Hi folks and welcome back to some more Grand Tactician, the Civil War. We are going to try and continue our efforts to advance into Kentucky and Missouri and Maryland on our Confederate playthrough here. We've also made a few changes. Some of you suggested, or at least one of you suggested, that the reason that we're not getting our readiness up is that perhaps we have too wide a mix of weapons, and that because that's harder to supply and harder to prepare for. I wasn't aware this made any difference to readiness. I'd like to hear your opinions on that, but on the off chance that it might, I've gone through all my forces and try and standardize the type of weapons in the entire army, if possible, if I've got enough, or at least in the individual divisions. So now every division should have, this includes the artillery as well, should have the same weapons. Now in some cases we've had to downgrade what they've been equipped with here to be able to get everything equipped like that, but I'd rather they move out with weapons than, or a weapon, a crap weapon, than not move out at all. So we shall see. I've done that for Hardy's Corps as best I can. Bragg's Corps, you see, Bragg's Corps is the exception to this, which makes me think this doesn't make any difference. They had a huge mix of different weapon types in there, and they've always been really, really good. Really, really high on readiness. So I don't personally think it makes a difference, or much of a difference, not to what we've been seeing. However, we'll give it a go, because anything that might help is going to be great. And it's also been suggested that we retreat back into friendly territory to get our readiness up. Yes, that does work. That will get the readiness up faster. However, what will happen, say if we retreated Hardy's Corps back to Nashville, he would get his readiness up a lot faster. He would get into the green, we'd advance again, the Union armies would occupy this, we'd have a fight, his readiness would drop down into orange, he would sit there. And so you end up in this spiral of not doing anything, or either not advancing because of low readiness, or retreating back to get the readiness up and just refighting the same battle over and over again. So I think the problem with the readiness system in our playthrough here is the difficulty I've got it set at. It's maximum difficulty, and the AI get bonuses to this, so that's why they're running around all over the place and I'm not. And I think that's what it is, or it's just a bad system with no rhyme nor reason to it. Could be either. Anyway, so today we're going to see some some assaults on some fortresses. It should be interesting. And then hopefully we're going to get some armies moving. So let's jump in, see what happens. Glorious victory at Fort Brookwood. That happened pretty quick. Mott surrenders. Let's go see where this is actually, because I think this is Magruder. So Magruder's got the assault off first. And Longstreet should be going in there. I've got it set to assault. That will generate some casualties. The fort he's besieging is quite well battered down, though. Be nice to take Fort Washington. Anyway, I feel like this was a more important one, so this is now back in Confederate hands. Although the supply depot just over the river at Harper's Ferry is not. So Magruder's, they're going to be pulling in provisions. Ooh, they're not actually. Okay, let's just move up and just get that under our control. They are pulling in provisions, but from Grafton, West Virginia. I think this is what this means, right? I think that's what this orange line means when we select a force. It shows us where it's pulling its supplies from. Not 100% on that. We shall see. Anyway, one down. I'm going to try and make some progress around Bowling Green. And there's a fort being constructed up there. And there's some messages coming in. Oh, okay. We've got a fight. Pause. Let me just check this out. Wheeler at destination. I know where Wheeler is. Van Dorn's Cavalry Corps preparing siege. The Magruder at destination. So we've got preparing siege. Who is this force here? Come on, highlight it. Come on, game. Tell who the hell is this? It's the 4th Corps with 19,000 men. They've not offered battle, so Van Dorn's Cavalry Corps has advanced in. They will get beat. They will have to retreat. However, we're just going to advance. There's a depot there. I think that's I want that, right. We're going to bring Hardy's Corps in. And we're going to have a fight. Right, so what's happening here? So we've got the Army of Mississippi building a fortress near the Columbus Depot. We moved Wheeler's cavalry over to, oh, that's right, to Cairo, or Cairo. I like how you zoom out and you can see where the battles have been fought. That's really nice. Right, so it looks like these guys, the 2nd Corps was swept aside. They've got 14,000 men in. Forrest's cavalry is on the advance, which is great news. Let's go and see if we can take... Let's go. Oh, let's go all the way up there. Is he not... He's on scouting. We go to Roller. And the Western Army, I kind of want an engagement, but we're just going to let this... They're on the retreat, so it's maybe not something I need to care about. And there should be a fight in Middle Tennessee here. Right. Oh, we've got some exciting stuff. Magruder is low on supply, and weapons are delivered. 3,000 pieces of Whitworth 1857 rifle. So that was that order. We're going to go straight back in and order some more of those. We've equipped 2 brigades in Bragg's Corps with them now. There's Ghosty's brigade. How's he doing, by the way? He's kind of a cunning old chap. I think it's all in the beard. And Bearbox men, they both now have the Whitworth rifle, and that is an excellent, excellent rifle. But, yeah, we need some more of it, obviously. The rest of this force should be armed entirely with Enfields, which I'm hoping is going to assist with everyone getting their readiness up faster. Not that it matters in Bragg's Corps, it's pretty good. So this is what we can order. I can order some more Colt revolving rifles. I will, because we don't have many. I don't really care for a lot of these. There's something I'm trying to phase out, so I don't think they're great, but I want enough to replace the losses. So we'll order. Yeah, I think they're probably expensive as well. I don't need mountain howitzers or 12-pounder howitzers. We will. Can I order? I'll take a year to get 5,000 of them. I'm putting the order in. $21 million. That's expensive. I don't know. Is that expensive? It feels expensive. Okay, let's have a fight. Let's go straight in here. At the moment, no, we do have Hardy's Corps coming. It says it's going to be a Union victory. I dispute that. All right, folks, this is the Battle of Bowling Green. Probably one of many battles of Bowling Green. We've actually got an interesting deployment right from the start, because we were given this location here that looks like the Daniels Farm or something, as to hold as the only victory point location. But it allowed us to deploy Hardy's Corps right up front, and we found the Union deployment zone right in here. And I think a good chunk of their forces do not look like they want to fight. These morale flags are sagging already. So we're going to go straight into the battle here. Think of it as we've stolen a march on them, and we're going to come jumping out of the woods, or rather into the woods. They don't know we're coming. We've got the artillery reasonably close. We've got Van Dorn's cavalry corps just in reserve, and we've got Hinton's hillbillies just down here as well. So we're going to try and sweep around with the cavalry while the infantry just marches over the top. Are we ready? This is an offensive action here. Let's go. Oh, pause. Yeah, sorry. We didn't quite get the exciting start there, but we're going straight in. And actually, I don't know that we can outflank, but we're going to put some guys up there. We don't really have a lot of reserves. Oh, we're going straight in amongst the artillery in the centre there. Who's that? That is Rains' brigade with Samuel Jones, States Rights Gist, and Bushrod Johnson. And then we've got Buckner's brigade that's going to come sneaking up on the flank over here. And then the interesting manoeuvre that we've got... Oh, we do have some more. We do have some more infantry, which could... Well, we could probably be in reserve. I'll keep them back as a reserve. We're going to bring the cavalry around. We're going to deploy the cavalry like that. And Hinton's hillbillies will be on that flank. All right, let's go. This is going to get super exciting. The artillery opens up straight away. We have the artillery opening up on us. Right, let's order some movements in here and just order some attacks. We're going to go straight out there. I think the enemy are going to actually crumble from this. I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem. Yeah, make sure we get in here. Stephen D. Lee's. This brigade's a little bit on the weak side. Right, advance up. In fact, let's take Van Dorn's entire... Where is Van Dorn's cavalry corps? Should be a division leader in there somewhere. Maybe I've messed that up. I don't know. I thought I had a division leader in there. And do we have Hinton's hillbillies in there? I can't see them. They should be in there somewhere. There he is. Right, let's make sure. Oh, we've got... Alright, we've got cavalry advancing down here, which I wasn't fully expecting. Excellent stuff. These guys are just going... Right, let's bring you up on that sort of position so we can outflank. We just got a general engagement going on here. This is exactly what it needs to be. And actually, I think... Let's throw everybody in. Let's get the artillery in a position where they can shoot. And we've also got some infantry reserves, which, just in case the cavalry decide to brick it... Oh, we've got Samuel Jones there looking a bit nervous. With his mixed smoothbore muskets. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Bloody smoothbore muskets. As has been pointed out in the comments, they are perfectly capable of doing what they need to do at the ranges. We want to go... Turn that off. Dismount. Loose order. Same for you, Mr. Hinton. Oh, I think I've just unselected loose order for him there. That's fine. No, we're not going to go in on foot with the cold steel. There's a few people not happy about the fighting going on here. On my side. For reasons unknown to me, Van Dorn is ordering his men back. We don't want that. These are mounted rifles. They should be getting well stuck in here. Have I got... I might just turn initiative off on this guy, because... It's not doing what I thought he was going to be doing. They're supposed to be in loose order. In fact, the whole corps is supposed to be in loose order. Well, they're ordered it there, so who knows? Are we falling back? It looks like we're falling back. Right, let's get on the front line here, where we can make a huge difference. Do you know what? Just get shooting. Ah, some Enfields. Now that'll make more of a difference. Oh, that's a perfect opportunity to just take those guys in the flank. Right, it does look like we might need our infantry support going up through here, because the cavalry's not doing what they're supposed to be doing at all. They're supposed to be in loose order and shooting lots. And they're not. Well, they are. Something is, at least. Something might be listening to me. Did we manage to get anything in position over here? Do we need to advance? We might need to advance. Oh, we're not in bloody range. This is a oh, no. No, these are smoothbore muskets. This is a problem with smoothbore muskets. Your troops will often stand just outside of range of the enemy and get shot at. If the enemy are armed with rifles or, you know, worse, cannon. That's going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? Alright, I think we need to get you two in there. The artillery seems to be sitting at the back once again. Let's get the 1st Texas in there with 7, 12... Oh, the enemy's retreating. That's fine then. Right, so... Let's get everybody mounted up. Now, these guys... Probably best not to charge in, but... Hinton's guys can. Charge! Charge! We need those guys to really retreat first. That's the... Oh, that's the Iron Brigade? Okay. We definitely need those guys to retreat. Charge! Is there anything we can go and grab here? I don't think we'll get on them in time, but I'm going to give the order to. I was hoping Hinton's men might be able to annihilate these guys at the back, and then charge in. But we're going to dismount them anyway. Flanking volleys should do some serious damage there. Charge. Oh, these they're not retreating as fast as I thought they were. They're not mine. That's all right then. Okay, they're finally going. Mount up. I'm going to take a volley here before we connect. We have 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. And they're refusing to go in. Why are they refusing to go in? Cold steel. Right, there we go. Did I have to actually select the order? I was holding the Alt button to get them to go in. Well, it seems that Law's brigade has been smashed trying to charge an artillery battery. It's these fellas. It's this 3rd brigade here that's causing the problem. I don't think we're going to get a situation. Do you know what? Stand and shoot. Just stand and shoot. We'll just blast it away. Yeah, I took a few too many casualties in that final attack there. But that's okay. So it was a victory at Bowling Green, which is good for us. But let's go take a look, because there's a bit of bad news. Oh, God. Oh. Hang on. This is a big one. So the Army of Northern Virginia. There's only the 1st Corps. Is Longstreet's Corps going to get involved in this? Because Beauregard's Corps should be. Outnumbered 2-1. This could be rough. We're going to check that out in a minute. So let's see what happened to Hardy's men, who have now readiness gone down. Yep, as to be expected. But let's just take a look before. Can we game? Are we allowed to? It looks like we've got to go and watch this fight now. Okay, I'll need to come back to Hardy's Corps, because there's a general we need to replace. Well, they've come steaming in. So it says Longstreet's Corps is involved. Beauregard's Corps is involved. They're not on the list here, though, but they should. Oh, wait, they're in their own little fight, aren't they? But they that might hold them out of it. That'll be a shame. Okay, it's going to be a tough fight, then. Well. It looks like the enemy are coming straight down this road here. I'll show you the defensive position I took, because there's 2 points where the enemy are going to come on. There's this road, and there's this road, which means this is the main highway. And I think I may have mistook a crease in the map for a road. So I thought they may have come across here. This is a lower path. That was probably ill-judged, actually. But it's okay, because we have a fairly strong position with which to whack these guys from. Let's make sure we get everyone in to that position. And let's make sure that we are defending that properly. I don't suppose there's going to be much coming across here, which means that I may withdraw. I did have a reserve division back here. We've got 2 lots of men there. I don't think there's going to be anything coming across there. Let's pull Ripley's division over onto the back of this. Now, hang on, let's switch that to single and put them in like that. The artillery, which was going to be facing its entirety in that direction, now probably wants to switch. I don't think we've got any great angles over there. And what we should do is bring the Stonewall Brigade up, get these guys nicely into position there. And then we do have some reserves, which were there for a reason. Let's pull them up. And there's somebody else who was busy building the artillery a wall to hide behind. Let's get them up there as well. I don't think I've got any good cannon angles to shoot over there. Maybe from this position here. I'm going to try that. It doesn't look great. We've got Narva's brigade as well, which can actually move up over here. And we've also got some cavalry, which is there for scouting. All right, let's get people into the defences that we've built. It's all right. It's absolutely fine to have people spread out like this. Hang on, you're not in the right spot there. We are still going to cover this bridge. That was the point of it. And troops are supposed to be filing into position. Luckily, oh, hang on a minute, just a minute. Right, where's General Lee? I want to see if this order carries on down. Because Lee should be on the battlefield somewhere. There he is. Right, infantry engage at long range. But I'm just going to go and override that. Oh, they are? Okay, they are. That really annoys me. Is it? And it's instantly overwritten. Look at this. Look at this. Hang on. Click on that again. It's instantly gone back to medium. I do not know the reason for that. But everyone's on it. So I'm going to have to keep looking at this. It looks like Bartow's brigade is going to get quite a piece of the action over here. Luckily, we have the Stonewall Brigade coming up. Let's make sure they are in position. And we've got the Texas Brigade under Nava. So we've got some great quality troops in position. This artillery has turned. And it turns it... They can actually see something over there. So that's great news. And this was going to be a wonderful position to cover that crossroads from, wasn't it? My 24-pounder. These are all 24-pounder howitzers. So I'm gonna put one battery on there in the hope that something does actually come down that I can shoot. Right, I don't suppose putting these guys in the trees is going to be that useful. If it's an orchard, maybe. If it's a forest, definitely not. Bartow's men are taking quite a punishment there. We do have brigades coming up to help, though. Please, with their mixed smoothbore muskets, that doesn't look great. We seem to have a little bit of a crowding going on over here. Do you know what? We're gonna bring, not like that. We're gonna bring those chaps out. And Louisiana Tigers. And once again, I think I'm gonna have to order you to to engage at long sodding range. As long as everyone else is fighting, that's fine. The position to take up with the artillery would be on the opposite bank over there, I think, actually. That would be the thing to do. Hang on, we've got gunners going over here. Let's put the artillery batteries here. And if we have to retreat, we have to retreat. But let's make sure that the cavalry is actually just keeping an eye on things and protecting them a little bit. Winder's brigade is up and in position if needed. I don't think we can see shit out of this orchard thing. So let's bring two brigades over here. Sorry, two batteries. And then we should be able to get some flanking fire from this side. Let's have a look at the overall position. It doesn't look like anything's coming across the lower bridge. It looks like the entire Union Army is going to pile down this road. Yeah, there they come. Which leads me to think a very cheeky advance across here might be the thing to do. And bring those artillery batteries over. Let us deploy from Thomas smoothbore sodding muskets. Oh, Hood's brigade's due a mixed smoothbore muskets. I'm going to give him the specialist range shock unit. Hood's part of that division over there. So I've got two divisions of quality soldiers with quality weapons down here. We're going to do it. We're going to go... This is very, very risky, by the way. We're going to go over the river and we might just skirmish a bit. And we're going to take a battery of 24-pounders with us. There we go. We're going to position them there. I don't know if the guns on this side can see a damn... They can't. They can't see a damn thing. Alright, let me pull the Stonewall Brigade into line here. Because it looks like Bartow's brigade is about to fall back. And that's absolutely fine. We're happy with that. But what we also want to do is make sure the commander is not using initiative. Because initiative will get them to wheel out of position. And we don't really want that. Let's deploy skirmishers from here. Let's get some skirmish. I don't want to like bring on a general engagement with all that nonsense there. That's kind of what I'm worried about. Right, so I don't think these guys can see a damn thing, which is a shame. Let's bring them back over here, and I am actually going to deploy. No! No! They were going to march along the bloody front line there. It's so hard positioning artillery in this game. I'm going to put the entire masked batteries on the other side of the bloody river, I've decided. I should have gone back to defend this fort. This would be the one. But look at the terrible mess those guys are in. Okay, we've had a force retreating. What we're going to do is I'm going to pull them back out the line. And I'm going to put these chaps on instead. And then we've got reserves. We're covering that. That's fine. If anything goes wrong. Double quick before the next lot come in here. The enemy are probably going to... Oh, this could be a problem. If the enemy are smart, they're going to try and reposition. Right, they are. Okay. On the other side of these barriers now. This is fine. Let's put some skirmishers out from... I know the smoothbore musket guys, but that's okay. And... artillery. Will I be able to see anything from here? If I put artillery on the front line, they definitely will be able to. Let's put Lee's brigade. It's kind of holding a flank. But let's put them there. And these have dismounted, ready to fight, which is excellent news. Loose order, Colonel KGB. Alright, let's pull your skirmishers back. They don't need to be out there getting shot. Brilliant. So make sure you're facing that way. In cover. Skirmishers are fine there. Okay. There's going to be a concerted effort to come around this side. So you need to actually go at the double. And we should have... Let's put Iverson's brigade over on this flank as well. And Bartow's brigade, who are tired out, I'm going to get them just... They're just going to go and rebuild this over here. So, now that we've deployed all our artillery and 2 brigades to this side, am I going to bring them back? The decisions. You guys are still... These are the 24-pounder howitzers. I should have left them over there. Don't know if they'll be able to see. I'm going to put them back. Brilliant. We're getting some good work done on this side. You can't see anything from there, can you? Now, there are still troops coming over the river, so I don't really want to get heavily engaged with these brigades. It looks like we can't see from there either. I can't see anything. You would really think that the artillery somehow would be able to get some vision down there. If I try and sneak up... Right, we don't want casualties, so what I want you to do is face that way and then not use initiative. I think are these chaps lying down? Stand up and shoot. Oh, I thought lying down was supposed to reduce the range at which you could... It does. Yeah, I thought it did. Tempted to go and sneak in. Yeah, let's get some smoothbore musket action going on there. Winder's brigade looking reasonably happy. Let's move to a position where we can cover the centre. We do have reserves. We're okay. These 2. I should have left them out there. These gunners can't find anything to shoot at. They will in a minute, because we've got forces on this side. Okay. Do we engage on that side, or do we put... That could be quite the army coming down there. Well, we're holding in. I think we're definitely going to put some of these chaps forward and move my skirmish cavalry up. Right, go and start shooting at them. The artillery's found itself a target. Nice. Whoop. This is some ill-chosen advance going on right here, isn't it? And they've gone. That's good news. I could detach skirmishers from these guys as well. We're building a second line of defences with a tired brigade that's resting. Right, the horsemen... Horsemen should be able to get a few shots off. Let's risk that, shall we? I don't want the brigade to turn around and start shooting at me. That's what I don't want to do. Okay. Let's just click... Oh, I was going to click fall back, but I don't think they're actually engaged. I do not want to take a volley. There's not many of them, actually. Well, we are getting experience on this side, so the two gun batteries that I had retreated with, I'm going to bring them over. Wise or not remains to be seen. Okay, let's get up on this flank, because I do not want the batteries themselves to be attacked. Again, with the only engage at medium range bullshit. There's an enemy divisional commander moving through there, so we might have some action coming our way soon. Wow, the enemy is broken over here. That's fantastic news. Okay, let's bring the horsemen back in. Narva's doing a great job. Is that him? ML Smith. Where's Smith? That's Scott. That's Colonel Martin Smith. It'll be his skirmishers. We've taken a few casualties there, so I may replace them with Winder's men. It's best to rest soldiers. We don't want anything breaking. Okay, we've got a good position here. We can actually shoot some fellas now. So what's going on over here? There's an awful lot of deployment along this side. Let me send some skirmishers through the woods here, because we don't know what's going on. We need some vision. Our cavalry. Right, move to snipe. Do we have any fresh soldiers who aren't too beaten up? I mean, we have these chaps. They've been doing some great work with the old smoothbore muskets. Tiger's been doing some good work. It's time to switch over the brigades, I think. I'll let the cavalry do some work. Starting to take losses here. Oh, we're starting to take losses. Okay, pull back, pull back. Yeah, just fall back. Fall back facing the enemy. Smith's men are absolutely fine over there. There's no issues with that. You chaps are just out spotting for me. There is a heavy concentration of troops here, but they are pretty much broken. And I think the application of force with a brigade there could actually smash them to bits. So, this division. There should be a division here. There he is. I think we should actually deploy our guys over here. And we're going to look at attacking over there. Which leaves me the possibility of bringing this fellow. Hood's brigade. Why is... Oh, Hood split up quite a bit. Right. So who are you part of then? Thomas's brigade. Of Wilcox's division. Ah, alright. Okay. Well, there's nothing going on there. So I'm tempted to send Hood across like this. Just to guard the artillery, if you like. Oh, how did I not see that? Damn it. Something's chased the cavalry off, which is not what we wanted. Okay, let's pull back with the Tigers. And we'll put some fresh troops in there. Can we get you guys... No, let's not do that. We've got artillery shooting, blasting away nicely. Try and go for the... They're on counter battery. Excellent. Let's withdraw skirmishers from there. We might put some more out. Smith's men. Actually, you should be sniping at that. The smoothbore musket guys, I'm not so sure, but well, why not? Right then, let's bring in Winder's brigade. Let's put them a bit more over there. Great, we've got a solid force over here. And it looks like we've actually got another attack coming in. If they wish to do that, I believe our 24-pounder batteries over here. Oh, we've got something here. Right. Signed perk. We've got close support, counter battery fire, which is always good. Focus fire, mobile infantry. Station. What's stationary? Oh, that's for fighting behind cover. So that's close support. I think we're going to go counter battery. And I kind of like to put that on all of them. It is something that they will do a fair bit of. Right, there's all sorts of shit just looking at me through the woods here. If we had a bit better range on those guys, I could snipe at that horde of men there. Pull back your skirmishers. Who are your skirmishers? It is from that unit. Okay, I thought it was. Pull them back. They're getting destroyed. Where are you from? Pull them back. Do we have another brigade advancing? We do. Okay. Well, they're going to be met with fresh troops. What? Can you really see out there? The Mississippi Rifle's damned impressive, isn't it? It looks like they're returning fire from that. Oh, that's an artillery battery. Right, let me just see what we've got. We've only got 4 guns in this battery, which ain't great. But they seem to be shooting, so... I'm not sure you are actually. Going to redeploy you over there. And let's put you guys... Put you guys out, but make sure you're engaging at long range. So here we go. There's an attack coming in on the bridge. And the artillery... I think my artillery is pretty well positioned to actually sort this out. On top of that, we've got troops in place and ready. Stonewall Brigade is ready there. Winder's Brigade got in good time. So we've got guys in reserve. Let's move the Tigers over here. And they can have a rest. And actually, we've got Bartow's men who've reasonably rested now. But let's bring them out, put them on this side. Ewell's detachment is going to be taking some punishment over there. Right, there's definitely some shenanigans going on here. Let's see, Julian's men. Oh, we've got Colonel Julian over here. We have... Excellent. These are legends. Anyway, I've ordered them. Oh, I did order them to advance on the enemy skirmishers, but I wonder if it'd be a wise move to pull back. They're gonna break in a moment anyway. I think we should probably put Hood's men up like this. Yeah, we're gonna face some heavy attacks over there. This line's looking pretty strong. Are you able to shoot? Ammunition's running low. I like how these cannons are opening up on the flank over here. They are gaining experience. This looks like a really sketchy position to hold now, Mark. Hang on a sec. This looks really, really bad. Okay, do we have... We've got 3 artillery batteries over there. It's time to redeploy. And get redeployed quickly. Let's put them on this position. And also, it's time to get these guys out of here. AP Hill's division. This was a risky maneuver. I'm going to pull them back to here. And then we decide how we're going to hold this. And Hood's men are going to be like a rear guard, if you like. With skirmishers deployed. Okay, let's get this going. 5 times speed. Yeah, I'm pulling these guys out of there. This is... someone's not listening. Right, up there. And on the double. I know why. I know why they're not listening, because they're thinking that this is a quicker route through. I may have just sacrificed a brigade here. This doesn't look good. Come on, artillery. You've been ordered to move. You can deploy fast when you want to. We've also got... Who else is here? Because you chaps do not want to be sat there. Colonel John Bell Hood. We're going to put his skirmishers on top of the hill. A, for vision, but also we can get some warning. We've got First Corps. Right, great. So I need to get you back on top of this hill. And take your cavalry with you. That's not good. That's not a good position to be in. Right, this flank is fine. We've just got artillery over here. Looks like some of my own artillery's been driven off. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to skirmish our way across. We've got plenty of men in reserve up there. I don't think that's going to be an issue anymore. So what I am going to do, though, is deploy these guys to there. You, oi, you arseholes were supposed to get over here. On the sodding double. Now, before we start losing men. Doesn't half annoy me when people will not listen to their orders. Right, you need to actually... Oh, they're about to break anyway, so that's fine. The risk here is on this corner. So the fresh troops should be on that corner. Let me see if I can get skirmishers to go and gun down some of these. And let's deploy some more of the Texas Brigade skirmishers, because those are excellent. You should be firing anyway. Skirmishers, forwards. Right, let's make sure we can get these chaps destroyed. The fight on this side seems to have been won, I think. We're going to have to be careful about the fight on the other side. Hood's men are... Oh, okay, we need to move you first, didn't we? Right. Ewell's men. I would kind of appreciate it if you could get into position facing like that. I think they will. And then Julian's brigade is just going to join them. It's probably about there. Right, that should put us in the right positions. There's a substantial force trying to come across this place, though. It's not looking good. Make sure you guys can see them to shoot at them. It's about trying to drive off enemy poxy. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good at all. Pause. The enemy... My sodding... This artillery commander is refusing to withdraw those troops. Right, we need to do this here. He needs to step forward. The cavalry is actually in a position that can fight now, so that's good. But loose order. And Hood's men. Hood's going to be performing a bloody rear guard like never before. We're about to lose all the artillery because they would not obey orders. They would not obey orders. This is going to cost us heavily. These are the good guns as well. It was risky going across here. But it doesn't half annoy me when your units will not move where I tell them to. Repeatedly. Right, I've moved these chaps in to try and perform some sort of support. But I fear it's too late. And I fear it'd be too late for Hood's brigade as well. Well, Mr. Ramsar, you're going to have some explaining to do, aren't you? Luckily, I think we're going to get guys in position. That cavalry's now should be engaging. Right, let's pull you off the line and put you behind here. We're trying to get out. A lot of the gunners are just running away now. Damn, we were having a nice battle. Who's been wounded? Ramsar's been... Well, he deserves it, doesn't he? Imberden's been wounded. Oh, hang on. Oh, Imberden losing men. Oof, there's another attack coming in here. I'm trying to get these poxy... Did you lose men? Your skirmishers driven off? I think they probably were. Actually, I don't know if these... I've got artillery batteries up here. I don't know if they can actually see anything. We're going to try, once again, and drive off the enemy artillery. And we were playing at 2 times speed here, and the enemy seems to be making some humongous mad charge. Right, we need to get both of these chaps on a fallback order before we get destroyed, because Hood's men are looking like they might want to run. Oh, I can't give them orders anymore. Hopefully we'll get the cavalry out. There you go, you see, we've got Ewell's men in position. They're a bit disrupted. And Julian's brigade are going in, so we're going to be fine. This did nothing because the smoothbores don't have the range to engage. So that simply means it's time to get back behind our palisades. But the skirmishers might be driven off again. Can we get some firepower on that battery? You know, this battle is far from over. And I will have you engage at long range if I have to come down there and beat you with the back of my stick. Okay, so Hood's men retreating across the river. The cavalry got out. Excellent. Let's mount up. They did a decent job there. Ramsar's division. He's wounded, but this is his second in command, I think. Can we get the cavalry out of there? So now we might actually get to face the enemy in the position that I wanted, but unfortunately, without any sodding guns covering the most important part of the battlefield. So we have plenty of 24-pounders, so let's make sure we get these guys in. Smaller batteries now, unfortunately. But I do not feel like they're needed over there, so... And I still feel like this... there's the potential that this side could fall. I don't think it will. I don't think it will. So let's pull Bartow's brigade, which are reasonably... Oh, okay. You guys maybe should go and start working on this. I've got a second line of defences over there. How are you shooting me? What the hell are you shooting me with, more importantly? Right, so we've got Springfield rifles, which are nowhere near in range of the enemy on the other side of the riverbanks. And we're taking quite some heavy casualties, so we're going to lie down. Looks like the order's being given... Oh, hang on, that's why. The order's being given to lie down. If you don't lie down, I think you're going to have the range. You won't have the range, so that's okay. Stand up, there we go. That's what we wanted. There's no point lying down. Oh my god. We're going to have to give this order. Right, AP Hill. I'm going to stop using initiative, because this is just... It's absolutely killing me. Stop ordering men to lie down. When the guys are prone, they don't have the range. And they've just laid down again. Did you see that? I can't stop them laying down. And I desperately want them to stand up so they can shoot the stuff on the other side of the sodding riverbank. They're in the open. We're in defensive positions. We should be absolutely creaming them. I feel like my time playing this game is coming to an end, because I just can't get anyone to do anything logical ever. The AI, the whole system, it drives me mad. I mean, these guys are going up and down like bloody yo-yos. I mean, fair enough, I don't think... Actually, I'm going to stand them up, because they might have the range to hit something if they stand up. You guys should certainly have the range. I can't stop them laying down. I just can't stop them laying down, which makes a mockery of my defensive positions. Wow, you're coming close to seeing me rage quit. You really are. Commander. AP Hill. Infantry. Do not lay down. I've just turned it off. These guys are about to break. What we need over here are some bloody riflemen. So I'm going to order the... I can't order the fallback. It's going to be the Tigers. And they have rifles, so they should be okay. I have a strong suspicion... Yeah. It's amazing you can actually see stuff to shoot and kill when you stand up. They're in a bad position out there. Let me just pull them back. The Tigers. I ordered them in. Oh, the double. Well, I can't do anything about these arseholes lying down on the job. I just absolutely can't. I don't get it. These are regular trained troops, and we're just getting blasted to shit. Absolutely blasted to shit. What I think we're going to have to do here... Hood's brigade has rallied, which is good news. Let's tidy up a bit. Is possibly a fallback to behind the defences on top of the hill. I'm going to order a retreat so they go back quickly. But it looks like the enemy are going to get across there, which is really annoying. We've got the same situation here. I've got a fantastic position. Oh, hang on. I just ordered them to lay down. I don't think that's what I wanted to do there. Right, let's get this built. Cancel that. Can we maybe can't reach them anyway. So we've more or less abandoned this line now. We've got some proper soldiers. Training good. That's a step above regular. Right, we're in position. I think the other lot just legged it, didn't they? I think we might have to put Hoodsmen on there. For some reason, the artillery... Every artillery position I ever create, it just can't see anything in front of it. They're about to go, which is fine. Come and stand on the flank over there. They're fleeing. Well, I mean, we were outnumbered 2-1. Okay, I ordered you back into position like ages ago. End of the day. Alright, so troops resupplied. We're going to try and reposition things a little bit. Because it is absolutely baffling as to why I can't get anything to stand where it wants to stand. And it ain't working. So let me see if I can... We've got some men there. Hood's brigade never did take up position over there. This seems like a wasted opportunity. Let's see, you, Iverson's brigade, are going to come back and stand in the defences here. Oh, they're not. Okay. Okay, I can't deploy there. So we'll put them there instead. We're going to have Ewell, and who else have we got? There's Julian's brigade. I'm going to give them an opportunity to redeem themselves here by holding the line in the centre. And Hood's men, we'll have them on the flank. Who else have we got here? Thomas's brigade. Okay, let's put them onto this side. Anything with smooth-bore muskets we can't be too upset about. KGB cavalry in the woods. And who else have we got? We've got Beauregard there. Pull him back, because there's the Tigers as well. So we'll put the Tigers over here. I'm still confident I can hold these positions. Reasonably confident. Right, let's get them chaps in there. And let's pull you back over here. Right, let's just go. Let's just play. I should maybe have not... Oh, okay, so I put the guns all the way back here and suddenly they can see. I wonder if putting the guns into... It shouldn't be a problem lining them up behind breastworks. But I wonder if putting them that far back is actually... If it's the breastworks, it's actually causing the lack of vision. Right, I'm expecting troops to come through this. I was also expecting troops to actually be digging these positions in, so let's get in there. And you're not in the best of conditions, but let's put you in anyway. And so we've got a nice big open centre here. And the enemy have deployed their horse artillery right in front of the breastworks. I feel like at this point, the game is becoming more of a meme than a game. When we see the insane things that the enemy do. Yeah, they're just out of range of my smoothbore muskets, unfortunately. I'm going to order them to stand. Actually, I didn't really want you to do that. Okay. There's an attack going on here. Do I have any reserves there? I do, but they're on top of the hill. And Winder's brigade is probably going to go advancing into combat. So let's get them on the double. We got back behind there. I think they're going to get shot in the arse and probably rout. And these chaps, I don't have much in the way of options. So we're going to go over the top. Hang on, what if I withdraw to here? Hang on. We're going to withdraw. We're going to try and invite the enemy to advance. And then I'm going to come charge. Yeah, I thought that was going to happen there. Look, right. Let me get Hood's men back in there. No, just tick, but move at the double. And oh, hang on. How did you get over there? And you've not taken up positions. Okay. This is looking desperate. Right, into the woods. Yeah, retreat. Just fall back. Retreat. Get out of there if we can. Cavalry on this side. We can do something with. Yeah, we're taking heavy casualties on this one. I'm going to have to bring this artillery battery over here where it can be of some assistance. Hood's men were in the middle of advance. They've stopped. I do not know why, but they have stopped. These guys have just fled for their lives. Alright, let's get in there. Part of me is contemplating falling back from this line. Oh, we're being outflanked horrendously on this side. They've managed to sneak up here. And now we're being overrun on that side. Okay, well, Thomas's men, it's going to be up to you in the cavalry. This is a desperate sodding fight. Do we have anything that we can plug in as reserves? We have absolutely nothing. I cannot, for the life of me, order Hood's men into that position. So, it's time to abandon this shithole. Fall back. And the Tigers, put them on there. Fall back. Yeah, this frontal location's now gone. And I don't think my guys are going to retreat. No, everything's in full retreat. Doesn't seem like we can ever fall back in front of the enemy like that. So I think we are heading for a defeat. They should be shooting. Here we go again, look. Here we go again. I cannot get these sodding soldiers to stand up and shoot. They just... Right, Army of Northern Virginia, infantry. It's because it's an army command that's come down. Lee was set to have everyone lie on the floor. That doesn't sound like Lee to me. Stand up. Because what's happening is they're lying down in the face of the enemy, which means that they don't have enough range to return fire. The range is reduced whenever they lay down. Like, you can see these guys just going up, down, up, down. Right, where's Lee? Where's... It's somewhere in this mass. This uncontrollable mass of men. They're panicked. Let me see if I can at least deploy. I can't. There he is. Right, get him out of there, because he's not doing any good. Commander, no more initiative. But give the order to not lie down. That's a lot of firepower coming in there. I'd love if we had something I could just throw in there. Oh, here we go again. I'm lying down and I can't shoot back. What are we going to do? We're going to advance? This is insanity. They're supposed to be in loose order, but I don't believe they actually are. Get on the flank. We are now holding a desperate position on top of the hill, except that everything's retreated off. That's a very odd firing angle you've got there. Oh, it's because I'm trying to order them into that position and they're refusing to go. Winder's Brigade. Right. You need to get on here at the double. They've rallied at least. Iverson's men. Can I? Oh, brilliant. Let's put them in here. Again, at the double. Oh, this isn't over then. This isn't over. We've got the LA Tigers, Louisiana Tigers, who can't see what's shooting at them. That's another thing with the game, the vision rules. The vision rules are definitely very wonky. Will you stand up and shoot? Laying down is fine under artillery barrage when there's nothing in front of you. But when there's an enemy right in front of you that's blasting away, you've got to stand up and shoot him. And at this location, look, we've got to advance and drive off that regiment there. We've got Iverson's men in. This is good news. We'll just let them form. They're a bit winded at the moment. Do we have... We have Hood's brigade. They're currently broken. I can't move them, can I? There is a way, I think. Oh, these guys don't look like they're going to... Like they're not going to fight, are they? We're ill deployed. Let's have a look. Hang on a sec. So, headquarters view. So, this was the overview. Where's the consolidated strength report? So, this was the report before the battle. I think they've had more men. Casualties. Killed and wounded. Missing a lot. This is a lot of casualties. Okay, play on. We are driving troops off on this side. The artillery doesn't look to be doing an awful lot. Put them on fire at will. Maybe they can't see anything. Cavalry seems to be doing some nice work. These chaps are coming over the fence now. That's a good looking volley down there. It's a shame I have nothing that I can throw into this defensive position here. Well, I do actually, but I don't think they'll stand for very long. Bartow's men, let's see if we can get them into position to assist. The Tigers are looking like being routed. I don't know, are they actually shooting? Yeah, they've gone. I feel... It's still saying 50-50 on the victory chart at the top. This doesn't feel like a 50-50 moment to me. Right, the enemy are being driven off down here. Let me go and see where they are. There's something invisible shooting me from there. Alright, let's bring up Iverson's men into the fray here. We must at least hold one flank. There's a unit under that. That are about ready to fight. I can't get these troops moving, unfortunately. Wheeler's men have gone into position and laid down. Advance and engage. Right, the enemy are being driven off here, which is great news. Let's bring this side down. Just drive these chaps away. We eventually got the centre to hold and behave properly. The enemy are wanting to come up down there. Okay, that looks like some definite bad news coming. Kind of struggling to get people onto the front lines here. Bartow's men, pull back. There's a broken brigade down there. It's just not behaving like it should. And the enemy are about to outflank us on this side. Everyone seems very keen on lying down today. Let's just move the cavalry out a bit. We might be able to drive all this off, in which case we can then try and repel boarders on the other side. We've got 2 brigades lined up. Unfortunately, they're not doing what I'm asking them to do. Tell you what, I'm going to advance this week. Wow. Wow, the losses here They've lost 2/3 of their men in this fight. Well, the enemy are going back. This has been a very concerted effort for the Union to retake Washington. I don't want to push any of my guys too much because they're just not... They're not really in a position... I don't know why you're standing out there on the front slope of that hill. Or how you haven't been killed or captured either. Alright, okay. On to the front line, chaps. You're doing a great job. A great job. Bartow's men. Up there. Your rifled muskets. They will go. Wow. Okay, Julian's brigade is very nearly broken. Very nearly broken. I've suffered insane losses. I've never seen a fight quite like this in the game. It really is... The enemy are determined to push this and have no intention of holding back. Who are we sending in there? Thomas's men. They're in better condition to fight. The 12th Virginia, we've lost sight of them. They keep losing sight. They're a bit nervous. Can't seem to get anyone to move over here. It's quite understandable. Everyone's a bit nervous and knackered. I'd be amazed if the enemy actually had the number of troops that was declared at the start of the battle here. I think they've had a lot more. A lot more. Can we actually start building this bit of protective entrenchment here? Do we have another... I don't have anything left. Oh, there's something over here. The Tigers? Okay, so what I can do is I could pull off Ewell's men to go and reinforce the other side before something collapses horribly. I see the bit that's needed. There's some fleeing cavalry. And the Tigers are moving up to hold this bit. Do I dare advance down there? Part of me says yes. Whilst the enemy are trying to come over there. No. Let's let them come to me. Let them come to me. We're going to try and get this bit built here. I don't know. Are we building this? I can hear that. Yeah, I can hear the axes chopping. Okay, so the enemy are coming on here. Maybe we should let them... Forget about the knackered breastworks. Let them advance. We cannot get these chaps into combat. Or rather, I cannot get them into their bloody... They won't stand up. It looks like the enemy are here determined to fight until there is not a single soldier left alive. What's this that's turned up? Are you telling me I've got reinforcements? I don't feel like I was made aware of this fact. Hood's men are nicely recovered, actually. Right, straight up onto the line. Who else have I got turning up over here? Hang on, let's play this at normal speed until I figure out who's here. We've got some new artillery. Is there a commander here? We've got Cook's division. He's got 97 men. Well, bring him up. Here's 97 men. Cook's division, I beg your pardon. Is this a whole new... There's a whole new force just turned up here. Oh, we've got some problems coming in. Deploy. This is the army of the Kanawawa Hawa. What there is of it. Having access to this earlier might have made a difference somewhere. I fear we're going to be crushed here. Ewell's brigade was supposed to be advancing across there. It has failed, so let me fall them back. That order didn't take, did it? Retreat back. You fall back. No, I can't give the order to fall back. They seem to be going in instead. Don't ask me. I'm just supposed to be playing the game. I feel like I'm more of a spectator at it at the moment. So we've got cavalry moving in. Who is this, actually? The 8th Virginia. Dodge and Anderson. Who is your leader? Jackson's division of cavalry? Don't know what force you're from. Just don't know. Well, these guys seem to be chilling out, but we can't go forward and we can't go back. And Colonel Julian is about to be destroyed, which is not good. Can you fall back? You can. All right, let's go back to 2 times speed now, and then they stop. I think it's because they're exhausted. I can't seem to order anything anywhere. I'm just going to order the guys like this. Well, they're fighting. They're going to break, and then I want Ewell's men to take their position instead. Trying to put people on the line. It's just not working. We've got Bartow's brigade. At least they're in decent condition. This is looking like being a 2-hour flaming battle. They still have more men arriving. Who's this? Lancing withdrawn. Casey. E.A. King. They're not names I recognise. Oh, we've found loose order. It's too late for these, isn't it? They're dead. They've arrived in front of an enemy infantry division. Well, I do have my own infantry coming up to meet these chaps. But I think the cavalry's doomed. Is there anything else? I was kind of hoping Longstreet's corps might have marched, but he's busy assaulting a fort at the moment. Right, this is going to get nasty down there. Look at this. As soon as the enemy come within range, they lie down. They weren't actually lying down before then. We don't know what's happening down there, but I suspect it's going to result in a Confederate retreat. We have some guns cooking off rounds. I'm going to put 1 battery of 24-pounder howitzers on the front line and see if they'll do that. Right, I'm going to have to move back to 2 times speed here because I can't cope with the disaster that's unfurling. Right then, you two, deploy into single line. The cavalry is actually putting up quite the fight here. Get on that flank. No, 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 no. No cold steel today, thank you very much. You're supposed to be loose ordering and shooting. Of course they're not in loose order. Of course they're not. Right, Hood's men have arrived on the battlefield. Now we have a fight going on. Even if we win this, I think my army will be so destroyed that it's done. Yeah, I thought that was going to end up retreating from down there. It looked likely, didn't it? Right, we have Iverson's brigade there, so that's okay. Right. It's not what I wanted. The cavalry is actually winning this. Right, let's bring some divisions up here. I'm going to take these guys on manually, I think. Some dude has charged into my defences. They're on the other side of the breastworks. Look at this. A very brutal fight going on there. Hood's men at least are in position. Make sure we're in cover. Where did they get all this stuff from? I feel like I've fought the entire army of the Potomac here. I can't believe that this was the 48,000 they were claiming. Is there there's an artillery battery there? Oh right, let's give it some experience. Assign a perk. You can be counter battery fire, focus fiery, mobile battery with 24-pounder howitzers. Why not? That sounds likely. Horse artillery, 24-pounders. Well, they've made it up to our entrenchments. Oh, I think it's time to retreat from this. Where's the... Is there a retreat button? Is there a retreat... I don't actually know if there's a retreat button, is there? There's no way we can actually hold this off anymore. It's gone insane. Even these newly arrived troops have decided, yeah, to hell with this. What we can do is try and do a last-ditch defense behind this fence line. It's defeat. It's over. Right, okay. I want to see what the result of this was. Because that was insane. Right, we actually did inflict more casualties than we took, but we lost nearly all of our artillery, which is absolutely brutal. The enemy had 150 guns. I swear they had more than 56,000 men in that. That was like an Antietam scale of battle, wasn't it? It didn't help that I couldn't get my guys to do what I was asking them to do. The laying down, standing up thing was frustrating as hell. It was my mistake to advance the artillery and that division across the river. Having said that, they should have withdrawn when I told them to. They kept on stopping to re-engage the enemy. So all in all, a very frustrating fight that. And, well, I mean, we needed to have a defeat at some point. There's going to be consequences for this, because we're going to lose Washington back to the Union, which is fine. Oh, Brigadier General Koch has become famous. Not sure how much he did, but that's kind of good news. The consequences are that Longstreet is now on the wrong side of the river, attacking a fort. Still, all credit to the Union. I don't think I've ever seen them do such a ferocious and sustained attack. Defeat at Aqueduct Bridge. That was savage. We need to have a look at the results of that. First off, though, I believe there were some results to check here. As Hardy will now not be able to move for another 6 months. What time of year? We're in May the 6th. Yeah, I've not been able to move these guys all winter and spring. Right, so who was it who got injured? Drayton, I think, got a promotion. Not a promotion, but yeah, he's now famous. So that's good. And it was Jones. Yeah, Jones. This guy needs replacing. So let's get rid of him until he's rehabilitated. It's a shame because he's got excellent administration, but he's no good. There's Richard Anderson. He's a cavalryman. Porterfield. He's an infantryman. You'll do. Suitable rank. Right. Now the ones we have to really pay attention to is what the hell is going on here. Doesn't look good over here either. They're unstable. The fort's knackered. Frangus's brigade has been broken. We may still take that fort. So, I don't know where. That's the army of the Kanawha. Okay, they should be getting... We need to be over the river. They might need to escape via Winchester. Not looking good. Let's have a look at Beauregard's men. 6,000 disabled soldiers here. Well, they're going to level up their ambulance corps, aren't they, doing this? Absolutely savage battle. It's just absolutely wrecked. I don't know what to say. Guns 3. Guns 7. These are 24-pounder howitzers. I got absolutely smashed there. We do have some promotions to give. I'm going to give them the counter battery fire. Is that the right one? No, it's that's the one we want. No promotions for the guys. Getting rid of some smoothbore muskets would be a very good move. But I've been trying to maintain the same level of weapons throughout the corps. I can't do it there. Just under your advice to see if it affects the readiness. We shall see. We shall see. Longstreet's corps is going to be a bit beaten up. Where was Stuart's cavalry? I'd moved them over there. Alright, bring them back over here. Because they can get involved in a fight. It's 3,000 fighting men, so... Now, Lee doesn't have any men directly under him. He's just a headquarters unit, if I remember right. Yep, that should be the case. So let's just pull back to Manassas. Alright, we're going to have to consider what the hell we do from here. We're going to lose Washington. We're going to... Well, I don't know what's going to happen, even if we take that fort. There should be a ferry crossing down here, actually. We may be able to get it back across safely. Holding the fort seems like it's going to be quite useful, though. Brutal fight. Brutal fight. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Didn't expect this episode to be quite as long as this, but I think we need to show that battle in its entirety so you can understand just quite what we're going through. Someone's unhappy in there. Well, I'll check that out. See if I can change it around. And Jackson's corps slowly regaining readiness. And unbelievably, one of the worst commanders of the Civil War on either side, Braxton Bragg, seems to be the only guy who will do what I tell him to do. Go figure. Strange game mechanics. Anyway, there might be another episode. You'll have to wait and see. Let me know if you want to see me continue. I'm getting a bit bored of not being able to move and do things. But let me know your thoughts, as always. And whatever we play next, if it's this or something else, I'll catch you on that one.